Biggest fantasy dilemmas, some tough calls in week 15 right now on Fantasy Football Today Express. I changed it up on you there, Dave. All right.
I like it better that way.
Yeah.
And it's better than the creepy, careless whisper.
I don't like that so much. Got some questions from the people, and we're going to read them. Patrick Taylor or Taylor Swift? LOL. DeAndre Swift or Patrick Taylor?
I will take the mystery box that is Patrick Taylor over DeAndre Swift, who just hasn't been running well, even getting opportunities and just hasn't been running well. Taking on a Vikings defense that's been great against the run.
Mm-hmm. I hate to sound so one-sided on a player, but I have no interest in starting DeAndre Swift this week. David Baker, we have to sit two of these.
First of all, we have to get this right. This is one of the best poker players walking the planet today. Go ahead.
Right? Okay. Have to sit two of these and must play at least one running back. All right. So we've got sit two: Chuba Hubbard, Rico Dowdle, Zay Flowers, Juwan Jennings, JSN.
Sitting Zay Flowers is the easy one. I think it's tough between starting Juwan Jennings. I think it's tough between JSN, Rico, and Chuba. I'm going to start JSN just because of how great he's been playing lately. Chuba was great last week. Rico was great last week. Man.
This is very tough. I would actually sit JSN.
I can't do that. I'm sitting Rico. I know Rico's playing Carolina. I know that matchup's great. Listen, Chuba's playing Dallas. That matchup is good. He's going to see a ton of work. Rico is the worst of the remaining guys.
From Adam, I need two running backs and a flex.
You're asking questions on your own show now?
James Conner, Josh Jacobs. I wish I had these running backs. James Conner, Josh Jacobs, Tony Pollard, Bucky Irving. We need three of them.
Well, I don't think Bucky Irving is in line to play. And even if he does play, I don't know how much he's going to play. Let's go ahead and use the pencil to cross out Bucky Irving.
Jaden Daniels or Jalen Hurts?
Daniels for me.
From Andrea, I need a one wide receiver. Jennings, London, Devontae Adams.
Jennings.
And a flex. London, Adams, Chase Brown, Brian Robinson Jr.
Chase Brown.
From Carrie, need one this week, half PPR. Jennings, Addison, Thielen.
Thielen's the odd man out here. I'll say Jennings against the Rams. We didn't really talk about this on the main show, but the Rams secondary lost Kobe Durant. He's one of their better defenders, and without him, it's going to make the matchup easier for Purdy and the 49ers.
All right. How about from Dylan? Chuba Hubbard or Breece Hall if he plays?
Chuba.
PPR. From Michelle. Any chance Deebo gets the squeaky wheel treatment Thursday?
I don't think there is. We talked a lot about this on the main show. The 49ers are in win or go home mode. They need this game. They're not trying to get style points by, making Deebo Samuel happy. They'll give him a bunch of carries. You're going to hope that he scores on one of those carries or on one of his 5 targets in the game. I would be very nervous using Deebo Samuel. He just hasn't looked right since the middle of the season when he was in the hospital, had the oblique injury. Juwan Jennings and George Kittle have been dominating in this offense.
Okay, this one is from El Cap. Bo Nix or Brock Purdy?
I have Purdy over Nix. I think he has more upside.
And from Cal, full PPR, McCormick, Elijah Moore. So Sincere McCormick, Elijah Moore, Michael Pittman, Gus Edwards, or Braylon Allen if Hall is out.
I'm definitely eliminating Gus Edwards. I'm going to eliminate McCormick from this list because it's PPR. I think as long as there's no downs for Indianapolis, I will take my chances with Michael Pittman. I know it's a tough matchup, but it's either him or Elijah Moore, and I don't know if I've got the guts to go with Moore after what happened last week. I feel like every time we go with Elijah Moore, he lets us down.
Yeah, but if right, but is that not? I haven't looked actually, but is that not when Jameis lets us down, against Pittsburgh?
It could be, yeah. A lot of Jameis's big games involve Elijah Moore. I think just it's a volume play with Elijah Moore, and you're hoping for a lot of passing from Jameis Winston week to week anyway. And so if he's going to throw a lot, Elijah Moore, just by nature of catching targets, is going to get some decent numbers. You're hoping for that against Kansas City.
Maybe
you're right about that one, but it's close and it's tough and it stinks. And I'm sorry that you've got this decision in week 15.
We got to see about Tillman. We got to see about Josh Downs. But I think right now I'd leave Elijah Moore, Braylon Allen if Hall's out. From Ian, full PPR, start 4, and at least 2 of them have to be wide receivers. So give me 2 wide receivers.
Okay.
London, Neighbors, McLaurin.
I would sit Neighbors from those 3.
And we need 2 more then. We need Neighbors, Jonathan Taylor in full PPR, David Montgomery, and Rico Dowdle.
Montgomery's in for sure. It's down to Dowdle. This is going to sound crazy, but it's down to Dowdle and Neighbors and not Jonathan Taylor.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I think I'll probably go. I kind of want to go with Dowdle, Adam.
Oh, with Dowdle, that's what I would do.
I think I would too. Like, I'm nervous about the matchup for Neighbors. We talked about him a ton on the main show as well. Dowdle will catch a couple of passes on top of getting a lot of yards. He looks good right now, and it's a good matchup against Carolina. Yes, Rico Dowdle.
Jameis Winston or Kirk Cousins from Sheriff?
I don't know how many players I'm starting over Kirk Cousins this week, but there are tons of them.
Sharif is his name, and it's Jameis Winston as we're going with it. We're going to take a break, come back, and read your chat questions on FFT Express. We are back. Here we go. AJ Brown, Adam Thielen, or Jerry Jeudy?
It's Brown. Jeudy is a very close second.
Jake Haener or Desmond Ridder in Superflex?
Do we know that Haener is for sure starting for the Saints? Are we sure that he would complete the game for them, or if they would pivot to Spencer Rattler at some point?
I would go Riddler.
Riddler? It's the Riddler.
Riddle me this.
What team wears silver and black and can't win 9 games or more?
Would you this is from Ant-Man 614. Would you start Kupp and Jennings Thursday night or sit one of them?
Who am I sitting one of them for?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't mind starting 2 receivers from this game. Just because it's Thursday, you're worried about that. Forget that. Like, these are good receivers that get a lot of targets.
Tyrone Tracy, James Cook, Jalen Waddle, Calvin Ridley, Isaac Guerrero. Pick 1.
I don't think Guerendo's playing. James Cook is going to be my pick.
Jalen Hurts or Jaden Daniels? Oh, we had the same question. We said Daniels.
Yeah, I said Daniels.
So Komet or Ertz or Stone Smart?
Ertz.
Patrick Taylor or Deebo Samuel?
Taylor.
First round of the playoffs, and my opponent has Burrow and Chase. Should I start T. Higgins or Jerry Jeudy? Half PPR.
I'd go Jeudy.
Okay. Brian Robinson Jr. or Rico Dowdle?
I believe I have Rico over Brian Robinson Jr.
Brian Thomas Jr. or Malik Neighbors?
I believe I have Brian Thomas Jr. over Malik Neighbors.
Yeah, that one definitely going Thomas there. And that's it for Fantasy Football Today Express. Thanks so much for your questions, everybody. We'll talk to you tomorrow.